present I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the antidote to panel games. At the piano is Dennis King, and your chairman is Humphrey Littleton.
Hello and welcome to I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue. You join us this week in Rhyl, the fine North Wales coastal resort. Historians have recently proved that a small group led by one Owain Madog sailed from these shores from America. Their descendants were discovered in the 18th century as a tribe of apparently Native American Indians, who were in fact obviously Welsh. As the English settlers crossed the Midwest plains, they spotted smoke signals and realized the tribe were burning down their holiday homes. This coastline is famous for its massive castles, and the first was built by Llywelyn the Great as a royal home, but this is now a sad ruin, thanks to Llywelyn the Bowen. Inland, the area is noted for its outstanding natural beauty, and down the years it's attracted many famous visitors, including Princess Margaret, who went on her honeymoon to Mount Snowdon. Along the coast, the town of Colwyn Bay boasts the world's largest annual fishing festival. Last year's was this big. This part of Wales is very much linked with the legend of Owain Glyndŵr, the 15th century nationalist leader, whom locals believe will reappear to fight unwelcome incursions by the English. And seldom can his presence have been more urgently required than when I say, let's meet the teams. They are, on my left, Barry Cryer and Andy Hamilton. And on my right, Tim Brooke-Taylor and Tony Hawkes. And eager to please, on the desk next to me, a warm welcome for our delightful scorer, the lovely Samantha. Okay, we start with an educational round, looking at the subtleties in meaning of certain words in the English language. For example, there's often confusion between terms such as strategy and tactics. Well, strategy represents the art or science of the planning and conduct required successfully to achieve long-term goals, whereas tactics are little minty sweets. So, teams, I'd like you please to share any new definitions you may have spotted recently. Barry, would you care to start, please?
Expert. Saggy.
Tim?
Digression, Welsh fighting talk.
Andy?
Chafe, a posh chav.
Tony?
Euthanasia, young people in China.
Gastronome. Flatulent elf.
On that theme, impending, death of a pixie.
Witchcraft, Anne Robinson's boat.
Rumination, Australia.
Fallacy, cocky.
Nubile. Recent speech by Ian Paisley.
Wisteria, a nostalgic form of panic.
Triumph, to attempt to get off with our chairman.
Lamentable. The Sunday roast is ready.
A la carte, Muslim wheelbarrow.
Transistor, a nun with surprisingly large hands.
The teams are going to sing for us now in the game we call One Song to the Tune of Another. Probably the easiest way to understand this is to think of a song as supermarket shopping. The tune is represented by the trolley, holding together and transporting the goods or words. If you had a shorter song, then it might be just a handheld basket, in which case you may qualify for the speedier 9 items or fewer checkout. Not that that should make any difference. No one who works in a supermarket can add up anyway. Present them with 24 checkouts and they think they can be staffed by 4 people. Well, with that explained, piano accompaniment will be provided by Dennis King. Listeners will be interested to learn that Dennis studied at the Guildhall School of Music and went on to become Britain's most accomplished writer of TV music, including the themes from Black Beauty, Wurzel Gummidge and Lovejoy. With countless film and TV credits and appearances, his glittering career eventually presented Dennis the ultimate professional challenge, standing in for Colin Sell. OK, Tim, you can start this round by singing the words of Roxanne by the Police to the tune of Dennis King's best-known composition, the theme to Black Beauty.
Roxanne, you don't have to put on the red light. Those days are over, you don't have to sell your body to the night. Roxanne, you don't have to wear that dress tonight. Walk the streets for money, you don't care if it's right or if it's right. You know this tune, Dennis? Roxanne, you don't have to put on the red light. Roxanne, you don't have to put the red light. We're going to final finish. Put on the red light. Put on the red light.
You now, Barry, I'd like you to sing the words of There's No One Quite Like Grandma to the tune of Delilah.
There's no one quite like Grandma, and I know you will agree. She always is a friend to you, and she's a friend to me. There's no one quite like Grandma. There in times of need before it's bedtime on her knee. To us a book she'll read. Grandma, we love you. Grandma, we do. Though you may be far away, we think of you, and one day when we're older we'll look back.
You now, Tony, would you please sing the words of Girlfriend in a Coma by the Smiths to the tune of Tiptoe Through the Tulips.
Girlfriend in a coma, I know that it's serious. So girlfriend in a coma, I know it's really serious. There were times when I could have murdered her, but I would hate anything to happen to her. Do you really think she'll pull through? Do you really think she'll pull through? Oh, no. Yes, it's serious, my baby. Goodbye.
And finally, Andy, would you please sing the words of Daddy Wouldn't Buy Me a Bow Wow to the tune of the Can-Can?
I love my little cat, I do, its coat is oh so warm. He comes each day with me to school and sits up on the form. Teacher says, why do you bring that little pet of yours? I tell her that I bring my cat along with me because Daddy wouldn't buy me a bow wow, bow wow, bow wow, wow, wow. Daddy wouldn't buy me a bow wow, 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 wow. I got a little cat and I'm very fond of that, but I'd rather have a bow wow, bow wow, bow wow, wow.
I can die happy now. Actually, any time before the end of the show would be good. Our next game is called Karaoke Cokey and requires audience participation. One of the best-loved national traits of the Welsh is their unfailing ability at community singing, even faced with the worst adversity. In the dark days of the Great War, one recalls how the Welsh guards in the trenches sang Bread of Heaven across no man's land to intimidate the enemy. They could only respond with a few 100,000 rounds of howitzer shells every day for the next 4 years. Our audience will shortly be invited to hum a song. The first team to buzz in and identify the song wins points. If they're wrong, the audience must pick up humming again where they left off until someone gets it right or my tranquilizers wear off. Audience, the title of your first song will now be relayed to you via the laser display screen. For listeners at home, here's the mystery voice.
Calon Lan. Calon Lan.
Okay, Dennis, will you play a brief introduction and then off you should go. Fingers on buzzers, teams. Start us off, Dennis.
Is it the sound of silence?
Tony, you buzzed.
I did buzz, but...
they started again.
They're singing, they're singing.
No, it's not singing, that's a wasp's nest, I've heard that.
Don't discourage them, they're singing. Barry.
It's Beyonce, but I don't know which one.
I don't know what it is,
Barry.
but I think I'd like it to stop.
Can we hear a bit more? Pick it up where you left off.
All together now.
Is it in Welsh?
It's Welsh.
Well, we wouldn't know it then.
It's Welsh, isn't it?
It's a Welsh song.
What was it?
Not unusual.
I don't know, it's Welsh.
Do any of you know?
No.
No, well, nobody gets any marks then.
Are you going to
Audience,
tell us what
I don't know how to pronounce it, so tell them what it is. Calon Lan,
Very,
very nice.
Very lovely.
which is now Nolak, spelled backwards.
I don't know how I can work that information into my life in any useful way.
Let's try another one. Here's a further song title for you, audience, and here's the mystery voice for listeners at home.
The Hallelujah Chorus. The Hallelujah Chorus.
Are you all ready, teams? Okay, Dennis, another intro, please. Andy.
think some of the audience are patronising us by singing the name of the song.
Which is...
It's Ali and Lula. With Lulu.
Yes, it was the Hallelujah Chorus.
Ah, yeah.
In 8 different keys. Okay, that went well. Off we go on to another game.
Oh.
Hang on, wait a minute. I'll say that again. That went well off. We go on to another game. The game is called Ready, Steady, Hell's Kitchen. And I see I'm required to assume the role of Angus Deaton. So while 2 prostitutes and a kilo of cocaine are delivered to my dressing room, I'll explain how it works. This is a game of competitive cookery. Cookery shows are all the rage these days, with hosts such as Ainsley Harriott, who I notice seems to have changed a bit since the days when he was in All Creatures Great and Small. In this round, each team will be given a selection of cooking equipment, and their task is to create a mouth-watering dish within a given time limit. You can start, Tim and Tony, and I'd like you to pretend to be 2 celebrities, one a chef. I've provided you with the following equipment: a knife, an egg whisk, a saucepan, an electric tin opener, and a gas oven. So you, Tony, are the chef, Raymond Blanc, and you, Tim, are the queen.
Very
Off
sweet
you
of
go.
you, Humph.
Off you go.
First, we start with the ingredients.
Oh, yes. What are you going to put in there, Raymond?
Well, we start with a fox.
Right. And I have one of my corgis.
Excellent.
Yes.
Also a swan.
And a horse.
And a horse.
Yes.
Okay. But first, we need to use kitchen utensils. Where is your egg timer?
He's got the day off.
The clock's ticking away.
Well, put the oven on.
Okay, start the clock.
Yes. What are you going to turn it up to?
Have you got a knob of butter?
No, I'm just not particularly pleased to see it. Turn it up. Put it on gas mark Phillips or something.
There we go.
Excellent. What did you just do?
I'm the queen. I can do whatever I
Yes,
like.
shut the door. Not in my country, you can't. We have ways of dealing with your times. Okay, let's get on with the cooking. We have done nothing.
Hurry up, hurry up.
Quick, press this.
What is that?
I don't know. I'm losing the will to live. That's better than cooking this rubbish. Anyway, we are finished. It's a fox stew. Oh, it's a stew that fox you, anyway. Quickly, finally, we just do this. And this again. And this once more till it gets a big laugh. And we have finished. Have we?
No.
No.
But I think our time's up.
Yes, I think so in many ways.
And we'll...
Career-wise, yes.
Right now, your turn, Barry and Andy. Once again, I want you to assume the roles of celebrity and celebrity chef, but your equipment will comprise some kitchen scissors, a meat tenderizer, a saucepan, a toaster, and a microwave oven. You, Andy, are the chef, Gordon Ramsay. And you, Barry, are Abby Titmus. If I may say so, inspired casting. Off you go.
Well, welcome everybody. Welcome to Gordon Ramsay's kitchen in Nightmare. And I'd just like to welcome Abby Titmus. Actually, Abby, you come across a bit differently as to how I thought you come across on the telly.
What are you on about?
Well, it's always best. You should never cook without some nice wine to drink. So, Abby, why don't you open us a nice bottle of wine? That's good. I've never seen a bottle open that way before. Does that not hurt your thighs?
Never mind that. Where's the cork gone?
What are we going to cook, Abby?
Well, I thought something simple.
Simple would be good, I think.
Egg
yeah.
on toast, sort of, like.
Egg on toast. All right, well, let's start by breaking the eggs. You break the eggs there?
Break the eggs?
Break the eggs.
Right.
No. Abby, give me the hammer. It's not how you break eggs, is it? All right, let's go simpler. Let's do eggs on toast.
All right.
Okay, what do you need to make toast?
Bread?
Yeah, so put it in the toaster.
Right.
Now that's the eggs. You... Dozy cow.
Got to hurry you along now, quick.
Fill the pan, fill the saucepan.
Hurry up.
Fill the saucepan, come on, hurry up, fill the saucepan. Yeah, I meant with water. We can't, that's not hygienic, we can't cook in that.
Why don't you king and eggies?
Can I just say, I don't think it's very ladylike to swear like that.
I'm off.
And that's Le Falla Titmus, everybody. And next week, my guest is Wayne Rooney.
The teams are going to take a look now at some Welsh proverbs in the round called Welsh Proverbs. OK, teams, I've brought along the opening lines from a series of proverbs translated from the medieval Welsh, which I shall invite you to complete. To read the proverbs in their original Welsh, please welcome the theatre's manager, Gareth Owen. The first proverb is for you, Tony, and it's...
A haiodd rain na cherdded yn droednoeth.
Which translated is, he who lays thorns upon the floor
knows what he bought his sandals for.
Very nearly spot on. Should not go barefoot past the door. Tim, this is your Welsh proverb.
Ni lwydd cesh goris deddwraig.
The wife who all the day doth rest gets to know the milkman best. Again, very close. The answer is seldom of dairies has the best. Andy, your Welsh proverb now.
Diriaid a geif ddраen yn ei uwd.
If you wicked are and cruel...
Join Ofsted and shut down a school.
The actual answer is pins you'll swallow with your gruel. And finally, Barry.
Rhaid rhoi deall I alltid.
If a stranger asks advice...
Suddenly speak in Welsh.
No, it's answer true and in a trice. Here are some for any of you to have a go at.
Ni elwyr cyrrain, ni gynydd.
We call him not clever, who
calls his manhood Trevor.
John Thomas was Welsh, wasn't he?
You should have said, prospereth never. Here's another.
Gwell gwichio'r colydd.
Better to hear your bowels squeak than
to wonder where the gerbil is.
The answer is feel a blush upon the cheek. And finally...
Gwell anghenawg môr nag anghenawg mynydd.
Better at sea to be helpless tossed
Than have it done on land at twice the cost.
Well, it's really than upon unknown mountains lost.
Wow.
Well, I notice it's very nearly the end of the show. But there's just time to squeeze in a round of Highway Code Songbook. Samantha tells me she has to nip out now as she's giving driving lessons to her new gentleman friend. He's a bit nervous about joining fast major roads, but Samantha says he'll soon learn how to pull out for a 50-mile-an-hour spurt. So while she's away coping with that, I'll invite the teams to suggest titles of songs likely to appeal to anyone taking their driving test. Andy, will you start, please?
Red and yellow and pink and green, orange and purple and blue is not the sequence of a traffic light. So I'm afraid you failed, Mr. Prendergast.
Desmond Decker with his rear lights.
Examiner. Examiner. Examiner.
Itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot Lamborghini.
Breaking uphill is so very hard to do.
Once, twice, 3 times I failed it.
River deep, mountain high. Try to avoid them if you can, Mr. Prendergast.
Do you know the way to San Jose?
Is this the way to Amarillo?
Gear stick on your collar. But you probably noticed that.
Break fast at Tiffany's.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as the fluffy newborn chick of hope tumbles from the eggshell of life and splashes into the hot frying pan of doom, I notice it's the end of the show, so from myself, Samantha, the teams, and the fine folk of Rill, it's goodbye.
Barry Cryer, Andy Hamilton, Tim Brooke-Taylor and Tony Hawks were being given silly things to do by Humphrey Littleton, with Dennis King setting Selman to music. Programme consultant was Ian Pattinson, producer was John Naismith.
We present I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the antidote to panel games. Administering it are Barry Cryer, Graham Garden, Bill Oddie and Tim Brooke-Taylor. At the piano is Dave Lee, and in the chair, Humphrey Littleton.
Hello again. Well, we'll go straight now into the first round with the wit with which this programme is renowned. This round is called Words of One Song to Tune of Another. And we're going to start with you, Graham and Barry. And we want you to sing the words of the Eton boating song to the tune of Blue Suede Shoes. Dave Lee?
Swing, swing together with your bags between your knees. Swing, swing, swing together with your bags between your knees. Oh, skirting past the rushes, ruffling on the weeds, where the lark stream gushes, where the sea net beats. Ah, the glass rushes, that summer on them big weeds. Let's see how white glass rushes, the summer on both the weeds. Oh, yeah.
Well, according to the audience applause, you have a slight lead over Tim and Bill on that one. Now, Tim and Bill, your chance to come back with the words of What a Mouth to the tune of Some Enchanted Evening.
Jimmy Binks would be a handsome fella if he had another face and a different smell. His love was him from winning in a beauty show. For he clothes like a steamboat railway arch over black wall tunnel, and you can't see him when he opens it wide, you know. And when for Jim goes walking about it, you can hear the kids hurrying out.
Kim and Bill, on artistic expression, you fought ahead there with 2 points. That makes you 8 at the moment, and Barry and Graham, you're 6. Right, now on to the next round. And this is where I introduce a round that's played at the end of the programme in order to give the teams time to think of silly names for people arriving at the sportsman's ball. Make a note of that, team, please.
Mrs. Strap, I want to do that one.
No.
Later.
On now to the next round.
He's not invited.
It won't keep, Tim. It won't keep.
Right, you've lost a mark for that.
But you have our support. No.
We have a round now called ad-lib poem. The members of each team are going to make up a poem. Each team member must keep going until I press the buzzer, and then a member of the other team must take over. This goes on until we reach some kind of artistic conclusion, or until I get fed up with it. Graham, will you start this one? Your first line of the poem is this. But soft, who looms o'er yonder swamp, or yonder noisome bog?
Good grief, it can't be. Yes, it is. It is a tiny frog. Good morning, frog, I cried. Good day. Hello, the frog replied. I said, what do you here?
He said, I thought you lied. He said, I thought you lied. He said, for reasons which become clear. He said, you are a prince, I think, and may I call you dear? Just at this moment on the scene, there came a comely lass. Her name was Florence. To her friends, she was known as Crass. But to her enemies, and were many of these,
Go on, son.
there were, she was known as something else.
A form of crass distinction, that. But Wendy was her name. Wendy was her name. I said,
Rhyme with else. You noticed that, did you? Yes.
you are a comely frog.
What? Pardon? Can I have my
frog.
Oh, you are a happy frog?
Is it
I
comely
said you
frog?
are a
Oh, you are a
Little
comely
village
frog, he
outside
said.
Worcester.
And I know much about frogs. I know a lot about sheep as well.
I'm going to give the mark on this occasion to Barry and Graham because the other team lost the rhyme a bit there, but it's their turn to start now. The opening line, Bill, for your poem is, upon the lake I skated. Gosh, the surface was like glass. I'll give you that once again. Upon the lake I skated. Gosh, the surface was like glass.
Upon the lake I skated, gosh. The surface was like glass. But then, alas, I did fall over. And someone else did pass me by that moment as he skated on the lake. And so I thought, oh, what a shame.
The ice begins to break. Boom, boom. And though the ice was breaking, I hurried to the side. And there...
I found a maiden, and on her side she lied. Or lay, as some people prefer to say, in this day and age, they say. For I have changed the rhyming time and schime and
gone away.
Bill and Tim, I think we'll give you the mark for that one, and hand over the first line to Barry. Barry, this is your first line. It wasn't me, it wasn't me, I promise, cross my heart. Do you want it again?
Yes, please. I'm getting
It wasn't me, I promise, cross my heart.
It wasn't me, I cried again, who stole the custard tart. It was some other felon, or some other vile footpad. It wasn't me who stole it.
It was another naughty lad. The naughty lad, his name was Jack. He lived upon the hill. It won't come as a great surprise that his wife's name was Alice. Now, other people called her Jill. That wasn't really her name.
And although Jack did beat her, I think the Bill, in all conscience, has just lost the meter. But anyway, upon this hill...
Yes, I'm going to end it. I'll give you a mark there, Graham, for bringing that one to a close. Thank you very much. One mark and my deep gratitude. Tim, your first line is this one, if you listen carefully.
yes.
Di-dum, di-dum, I hummed along. Di-dum, di-dum, di-dum.
Di-dum, 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 di-dum. Di-dum, di-dum, di-dum. Di-dum, 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 di-dee. Di-dum, di-dum, di-dee.
Di-dum, 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 di-da. Di-dum, di-dum, hee-hee. I kept the poem going for as long as I could last. I rhymed it long, I rhymed it short, I rhymed...
I rhymed it all blast.
Right.
And so...
Yes, that's level pegging for that round. Very good. Very good. And we go on to the next round, which is the intellectual part of the programme. This is the game of I Spy. It's called I Spy in one. The partner has to guess what his partner is spying with his little eye in one guess. If you get 4 in a row, it gains you a point. We'll start this time with you, Tim Brooke-Taylor.
I spy with my little eye something beginning with H. Right?
I spy with my little eye something beginning with M.
Mustard.
Yes.
Objection.
That's 2.
Yes.
I spy with my little eye something beginning with O.
Ostrich.
Right.
Bill?
I spy with my little eye something beginning with T.
Table.
Right.
And you get your mark, yes.
Thank you very
Barry.
much.
I spy with my little eye something beginning with H.
Humphrey Littleton.
Correct.
I spy with my little eye something beginning with P.
Piano.
Right.
I spy with my little eye something beginning with A.
Audience.
Now,
Correct.
can they get the 4th one in a row?
I spy with my little eye something beginning with F.
Don't help them in the audience.
Fu Manchu.
Right.
Prove it. Prove it.
We have a round now, which is called Garble. And for this round, I'm going to give each team a situation to improvise, but the improvisation must be in garbled language. No recognizable words at all. We're going to start now with
So
Bill
what's
and
new?
Tim. No words at all. You get docked 1 point every time you use a recognizable word, or one that I can recognize anyway. Bill and Tim, your situation is this. An English milord selling his wife to an Arab sultan.
I'll do the milord and his wife.
Oh, his wife's there. Oh, dear.
Ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Got a one blub blub blub, two blub blub blub, three blub blub blub. No, no, lady with a three blub blub blub.
The flower pot man.
I'm going to ask the audience to show approval by their applause, and we'll judge on the audience applause before I take the marks off. I'll award 10 marks for that, but we have 1 or 2 marks taken off because Bill Oddie said no twice, 1, 2, 3.
Tim said great big.
1 time each, and several Arabic words, which are inadmissible. So that's a total really of 2. And I'm going to ask you, Barry and Graham, to improvise on your subject, on your situation, which is a North Country scrap dealer making an offer for the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, yeah, boy, that... Well, really, no, about you. No,
Audience. Well, you get 9 for your applause, and there were 1 or 2 gnaws there from you, Barry.
Yes,
so that brings you down to 3, and the total score at the moment is 11 for Barry and Graham, 8.5 for Bill and Tim. So there's plenty of time, Bill and Tim, for you to catch up.
Thank you. Right. Yes.
And now we bring Dave Lee into the act once again because we have the Calypso round. This is the round when each team has to improvise a Calypso with the members of each team taking alternate lines, and the opposing team will give you the subject for your Calypsos. So, Bill and Tim, will you give Barry and Graham their subject for a Calypso, please?
The Clockwork Orange.
The subject for your Calypso is the Clockwork Orange. The Clockwork Orange Calypso, sung by
The
Graham.
one word you can't rhyme with, orange.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute. Keep going, Dave. Oh, Reba. One more, Dave, please. The Clockwork Orange is a very fine flick.
That's better than orange.
Not much.
And it was made by Stanley Kubrick.
Furthermore, it was written by Mr. Anthony Burgess.
Very interesting, but I couldn't care less.
There's 3 marks, and now, Barry and Graham, what's your subject for Bill and Tim?
Graham, you going to tell them? I'll tell them, yes. You tell them. Your subject is the Radio Times. Radio Times.
The Radio Times.
It's not funny. All right, oh, this morning I was reading the Radio Times.
I can't think of any word with which that rhymes.
The Radio Times is boring, but that don't matter at all.
You can hang it from a string on your lavatory.
I give you 1 mark ahead of the others there, Tim.
Smart.
Give you 4 marks for inventiveness and accuracy. Right. Now, the next round is called What's in a Word. I'm going to give each of you a word culled.
Pardon?
Pardon?
Cold.
From the recesses, as that one was, of the Oxford English Dictionary, and I want you to define it. Barry, I'm going to start with you. Your word is goluptuous.
Pardon?
Goluptuous.
G-O-L.
U-P.
Yeah. T-I-O-U-S.
I-O-U-S.
Galuptuous. Oh, starting with the easy ones. Galuptuous is not, in fact, what ventriloquists say when they mean voluptuous. That theory is a load of bloody ruggish. Galuptuous is very simple. It's in 2 parts. It is a compound of galosh in the singular, as in Long John Silver, and voluptuous, galuptuous. It was in fact coined, Humphrey, you may not know this, by the Duke of Wellington, the inventor of the sandwich, as opposed to the Earl of Cardigan, who invented the Wellington. And in fact, in the Duke of Wellington's diary, there is in fact a page which states that I showed my friend Lady Lovett the galuptuous, and she gave a cry of delight and sprang to her foot. So it is, in fact, a voluptuous galosh, the original kinky boot.
Yes, I'll give you that. What I've actually got here is luscious.
No.
Bill Oddie, your word is fub.
Would be, actually.
That's a good description, Bill.
Of course. Yes, it's a very old word, actually. In fact, it's a restoration word. And you remember in Restoration times that, in fact, all the S's were written as F's, you see. So we have the word fob, or what appears to be the word fob, and in the Restoration Webster's, or Websterf, that would be... Websterf.
Oh, fod off.
Webster. It's impossible to say. Confife Dictionary. In the second sentence, on the 60th page, we find the word fob, which of course would be pronounced sub. In fact, sub. The word is sub, not fob at all. In addition, the B is in fact silent, because it's dead, poor little thing. And which means that the word in fact is SU, Sioux, which, as we all know, means tribe of Indians, a legal action or a girl's name. So, retranslating that into the modern idiom, retranslating it to fob means a table.
No, it doesn't.
What?
I didn't really expect you to get this one. It means a small, chubby person. So no marks there. And Tim,
I got it in 1, I said at the beginning.
We'll go on to Tim Brooke Taylor now. Tim, your word is calzoons.
Can you spell it, please?
C-A-L-Z, or Z-O-O-N-S.
Used to be named after Andy, didn't he?
Yeah.
Calzoons?
Well, as we know...
Rory Calzoon.
As we know, there are about 60 or 70 definitions of calzoon, so I'll just take one of them, because I don't wish to be here for half an hour. The Arabic one. Now, as you know, all Arabic words are read the other way around, so calzoons, in fact, should be snooze lack, which insomniacs in Arabic countries have found that snooze lack is a marvellous medicine to take when they lack the snooze. They take, on the bottle it says, take your snooze lack, stand under a camel and wait for it to sit down. That is, it is a noun, and that's all you need to know about it. Thank you very much.
Yes,
Good night.
I'll give you that.
Thank you.
2 marks for that. What I've got down here is trousers.
Can't see it.
Yes, there's that one as well.
Another good cut.
Right. Who have we got? Graham. Graham, your definition, please, of contubernial.
Easy.
Contube. Is that just as it's... contubernal? Yes. Well, yes, in fact, you pronounce it contubernial. Definition, we split it down into its component parts, ernie and al. Con, meaning with, and tub. So, in fact, it means ernie and al in a tub. And I'd rather not press that any further. As Ernie said at the time.
Yes, Graham, I'll give you that one. Tub, tent, it's all the same. Sharing the same tent is what it actually means.
Exactly what I said.
Yes.
Exactly.
17 now to Barry and Graham. 14 and a half to Bill and Tim. Catching up.
No, they're not.
Now we have the game called tag wrestling. In this round, I'm going to give each team the payoff of a story. The members of each team will have to devise a story to fit their particular payoff. I shall then start one of you off working towards your punchline, and then I shall press the buzzer, and a member from the opposing team will have to take over that story but work towards his punchline. And it should be absolutely gripping. Now, we'll start with Barry and Graham this time. And if you take down your punchline, Barry and Graham, that is, the giraffe spat out the remains of Cynthia's agapanthus, and the rest of the musicians' union gave a ragged cheer. And Bill and Tim.
Yes.
Your punchline is, "It's the Baron," shrieked Granny.
Granny, was that?
Yes.
Of course it is, you know the story.
Oh, yeah.
Granny.
Shriek
Keep
Granny.
digging.
What? See where the MU come into this. Keep digging, yes.
And not a word to Clive Jenkins.
I'll second that.
Doesn't need them.
Now, Barry and Graham, will you start the story, please? But as soon as the buzzer goes, you have to hand the story over to Bill and Tim. Away you go.
It was quite a day at the zoo. Cynthia loved going to the zoo, and one of her particular favourites was going to see the giraffes. Of course, whenever she visited the zoo, she always took her agapanthus, because you never know, it's a long day at the zoo.
It's a long day at the zoo. And what better way to relax when you've been walking around the zoo than go down to Ronnie Scott's Jazz Club, where you might find a lot of people digging the music, including my granny and Clive Jenkins, who has a particularly favourite song which he likes the band to play.
But the band were not allowed to play it that night because the musicians' union was in. Cynthia, dropping by from the zoo, said, "Hello, band, how do you like my agapanthus?" "Smashing," said the musicians' union, "but what's that behind you?" "Good grief, a giraffe!"
"Get that giraffe out of here and shoot it!" And they did.
And Bill Oddie, because it's Tim Brooke Taylor's turn.
It's a giraffe, shouted the musicians' union, right? Good heavens, I must have been drinking, they said, as one. Let us have, strike up the band, they said. Being a band in Ronnie Scott's, as there is wont. Let's have, It's the Baron, our favourite...
But at this moment, the giraffe, using the exigencies, and I'm sure that's wrong, of its long neck, leaned over Cynthia's shoulder, grabbing her agapanthus. The musicians gathered...
Musicians gathered in one accord, picked up their instruments...
And stayed.
Hit the giraffe. The giraffe spat out the remains of Cynthia's agapanthus, and the rest of the musicians' union gave a ragged cheer.
Yes!
Yes, Barry and Graham, you won that one by a short head.
Easy.
And we go on now to the final round. Matter of general relief. We go on to the round now where I ask the participants to give me their announcements for the late arrivals at the Sportsman's Ball. Who wishes to start?
The first arrival at the Sportsman's Ball tonight, Mr. and Mrs. Yardcue, and their son, Billiard Cue, and his friend from Russia, in Off the Red.
Closely followed by Mr. and Mrs. B. League and their two sons, Matt B. League and Rug B. League.
And from Wimbledon, will you welcome Mr. and Mrs. Championships and their son, Dennis Championships.
And also, from the gymnasium, please would you welcome Mr. and Mrs. Ontlebars and their son, Horace Ontlebars.
Closely followed by Mr. and Mrs. Leedsfoot and their son, Arthur Leedsfoot.
Mr. and Mrs. Dreadmeters Sprint and their son, Attila the 100 meters sprint.
And here is an arrival, Mr. and Mrs. Winks and their drunken son, Tiddly Winks.
Closely followed by their friends, Mr. and Mrs. Man-Titty Race. Man-Titty Race, yes, you heard us. And their daughter, Isla Man-Titty Race.
Mr. and Mrs. DeStand and their grandmother, Gran DeStand.
Bringing the score from 86 to Barry and Graham.
How are we? How many points do we need?
You need 2.
We need 2.
Mr. and Mrs. Decision and their son.
Well, you're too late.
No?
Because that's where we come to the end of this week's
More and
game.
more tick thistle.
And there'll be more.
They've just come in! Let them in, please! They've only
had a break time on the way.
Poor old things all the way from Scotland. The Tick Thistle family, Mar and Pa Tick Thistle.
Yeah.
Give them a big hand and 2 points. Thank you very much.
You get your 2 points, 86 all, and we'll be back with you again next week.
Barry Cryer, Graham Garden, Bill Oddie and Tim Brooke Taylor were being given silly things to do by Humphrey Littleton, with Dave Lee setting some of them to music. Production was by John Castles. I'm sorry I haven't a clue. The antidote to panel games. At the piano is Dave Lee, and your chairman is Humphrey Littleton.
Hello there. Let's go straight now into the first round.
As you know, we have snappy titles for each of these games. This first one is called Words of One Song to Tune of Another. I want each team to sing the words of one song to the tune of another, as the title implies, provided, the tune provided, that is, by Dave Lee at the piano. Graham and Barry, first of all, will you sing the words of Ilklimore Bartat, which I've lost, that I have here for you, to the tune of the Anniversary Waltz. The words of... Oh, go ahead then. Hang on. Okay, Bill and Tim, your song, the words are Three Blind Mice. You've got the words there, have you?
You always get childish ones to do that. Always get the nice one.
Didn't stop you asking for the words. Anyway, there's the words of Three Blind Mice to the tune of Tweedledee.
It was wrong because it was a good impersonation. Quite, yeah. David Cassidy, you recognise it?
It says on my card here that the teams get marks according to audience reaction. So that's no marks for either of them. We go on to the point in the programme where I introduce a round that's played at the very end of the programme in order to give the teams time to think of silly names for people arriving at the astronauts' ball. On to round 3, and we have sound charades. One team has to guess the title of a book, play, or film, or whatever, from the noises made by a member of the opposing team. The audience can help here, in fact, by applauding when they're getting warmer and by not applauding when they're getting colder. Tim and Bill, it's your turn to do the charade, and Barry and Graham, your turn to guess it. While our mystery voice tells those of you at home what the answer is.
And it's Colditz.
Here it is for our studio audience.
Colditz. Not that dirty. It's dirty, but not that dirty.
Oh, yes, it is.
What is this? Is this a film, a play?
Well, in another sort of form it was a film, but this is actually a television series, which has been abbreviated.
Yes. And there's one word, and Tim will perform the whole thing solo. The whole thing by himself.
In drag. Ready?
Yeah. Important clue.
Oh, my bosoms are freezing.
It's obviously nothing to do with prisoners of war, so we can start that immediately. It's something to do with Percy Edwards, probably. No.
Close.
Well,
they're not saying it.
I've no idea at all. I'll just have to guess, I suppose. The Colditz story, I suppose.
I don't understand that one.
No, I don't.
I don't understand that one at all.
No. It was actually Gone with the Wind.
Tim and Bill are now... Tim and Bill are now marginally in the lead, but we have another round of charades. So, Graham and Barry, is yours a film, a book, or a play, or what?
This one is the misprint of a well-known TV series. Tsars on Sunday. Tsars on Sunday.
Okay, Graham and Barry, your charade, please. There we go. This one.
Peter, you're great. Ivan, you're terrible. Don't be like that. Come and sit on this ice cream.
Sit on this ice cream.
It's related to the last one, isn't it?
Crossroads.
Close.
No.
It was a hell of a
Very
misprint.
close. Very warm
A
indeed.
misprint of a well-known television series.
Russian.
Russian.
You know, let's be warm, it'll warm, you know. Keep your hands warm, fine.
I suppose. Yeah. Oh, carry on, sorry.
Carry on.
Carry on Russian.
Carry on Russian.
Russian about.
Russian
about.
Russian. The cold ice cream. It was just ice cream. Cold.
Russian
Cold bottom. This one was.
Yes, these seats, Bill. Russian on an ice cream. No. Russian on an ice cream.
Graham, would you like to give them a small
A
hint?
small clue contained in the Peter, you're great, and Ivan, you're terrible. Think
Russian.
about that.
Peter
the Great.
Peter the Great is a Russian Tsar.
Stars he starts on Sunday, I do not know. Sunday. I don't get that one either.
That took half an hour to get, so you're obviously penalised. At this point in the game, Graham and Barry seem to have 7, and Tim and Bill seem to have 5. We have a round now called Musical Story. In this round, Dave Lee will play a tune, and one of you must start a story relating to the title of that song. Dave will then change the tune, and a member of the opposite team will take up the story, but fitting it to the new tune. Is that absolutely clear to you?
Which order do we go in?
Whichever order you care to go in. So we'll start with you as you raise the question, Graham. And we'll go across to Tim, and then to Barry, and then
Tim,
to Bill.
Barry, Tim. Fine. Wait a minute, Holmes.
Okay. Dave Lee, first tune.
I can't give you anything but love, I said. I'm sorry, said the greengrocer. But you owe me 18 pence for these bananas. And that's pretty cheap. I said, I can't give you anything but love. I don't have 18 pence. The greengrocer looked me straight in the eyes. He was a tall man. And he said, you know, bananas are going up. I didn't believe him, and then he showed me. So I left the greengrocer's shop and went over the road to the pub, where I ordered a drink. And I said, hang on a minute, I'll be back for the drink in a moment, because it's almost Tim's turn to take on the story from here.
We're in the pub, aren't we? Yes. And the publican said, there's a place for us. Round the back. And I said, I've just had that conversation with the greengrocer. I'll have a half a bitter. The publican, being upset by this request, said, you'll never drink in my pub again. And took me upstairs. Upstairs, he had a crystal ball. Downstairs, he had a right foot. And he said to me, he who enters here shall be ashamed, for ye have transgressed against the devil. What am I talking about? And I replied to him,
And the reason I didn't lie to him, because he was well known in the neighbourhood as Macklin Knife, and the pub was a mere front for the back of the pub, and I thought I will not bandy words or even legs with this fierce publican who has concealed on his person this knife which I saw protruding from his apron. So I left the pub immediately and decided after the sordid incident, the greengrocer, and the rather trying experience in the pub, I should head for the open fields and get a breath of fresh air. So I did, in fact, head for the open road and found myself upon the highway, striding along with my kit on my back. I made it get off, and looking up, I saw a signpost.
The signpost said, this way to Georgia. So, it's accurate. It's not funny, but it's accurate. So, striding manfully onwards, I set off along the road to Georgia, which was due south, and fell into the English Channel. Yes. Whereupon I drowned.
Not a moment too soon.
Gentleman of taste.
Well, for reaching the end of the story first, that puts Tim and Bill in the lead with 50. Because they're always beefing about the score. Graham and Barry, who are pretty easy about the way things go, I'll leave them still with 7. No problem.
Not that easy.
We go on to a round now called cross-examinations. In this round, the members of one team stand accused of a foul and the word I can't pronounce here, but it's a foul and horrible crime. The other team cross-examined in the role of prosecuting counsel. Now, we'll start now. You were in the dock, Tim and Bill. You were discovered upon private premises in Neasden, both riding a dromedary, which was in disguise, and Bill was holding a signed photograph of Val Dunican.
As always.
Graham and Barry, you're the prosecuting counsel. Will you start to cross-examine?
Mr. Roddy, you stand accused.
So
of riding a dromedary in disguise. Would you care to enlarge upon it?
No answer to that, no. No?
Hand you over to my colleague, who's a respected QC.
So I've heard.
I'm not the one to point the finger.
Did
I point the finger? You point the finger. It's your turn this week. There we turn to Mr. Brooke Taylor. Why Neasden, sir?
Why Neasden? Why not, sir? I riposte. I do beg your pardon, yeah. I've just riposted.
It's habit forming. Stop it.
Neasden is, why Neasden, you ask? And I reply quickly, because that is where the dromedaries hang out. And wanting to disguise the dromedary, or what has been disguised as the dromedary, not admitting anything, Neasden was the logical place to take the tank. I didn't say tank.
Mr. Brooke Taylor, what were these private premises we've heard about? Call private premises! He's outside with corporal punishment. What were these?
Standing next door to Major Jump.
Answer the question, please, Mr. Taylor.
The private premises were where we were holding a meeting of the Neasden Dromedary Club.
Have you a final question, Graham?
No.
We'll leave it now to the audience to judge whether Tim and Bill were guilty. Will you decide by your applause whether you think that they gave a rational explanation for what they were alleged to have done?
No.
It's quite obvious that bribery has been afoot. Anyway, now, Graham and Barry, you've got to talk yourself out of this situation. Ready? You were riding bicycles along the third floor of New Scotland Yard. Graham was seen to menace a filing clerk with a bunch of radishes. And Barry was holding 3 blondes and an apprentice gas fitter.
It's not an offence, it's an achievement. Reading my letter.
You ready? Will you start your cross-examination now, please?
Guilty!
Next
Thank you, my
round.
lord. No further questions. You don't really want us to go
I'm not
on,
accepting that plea of guilty.
Oh, dear. Oh, what a pity. Mr. Cryer, I come to the problem of the 3 blondes and
No problem.
No problem. Thank you very much, Mr. Cryer. I shall now leave the court.
Come back, Beryl.
Mr. Cryer, I put it to you that this object you were riding on the 3rd floor of Scotland Yard, you say it was a bicycle.
It was a bicycle.
And is it true that these bicycles have, in fact, on their handlebars, something that goes ding, ding,
Ding, ding. I wouldn't deny that. As a man in public life, I can't deny that I have something on the
You have got
my bicycle goes
a
ding-a-ling.
ding-a-ling. On the handlebars of your bicycle, you have a ding-a-ling. Yes. That is what you're asking us to believe as you ride along.
I'm not a young man, sir. Have pity.
Your ding-a-ling is on the front handlebars of the bicycle.
It is. May I say it's been hanging over his head for a long time.
The audience has been following that cross-examination with intense interest, which is more than I can say myself, and therefore I'm going to hand over to them once again to signify by their applause anything they like, really.
Oh!
Tim and Bill have 54, Graham and Barry have 33, which makes a total of 87. Now we have the calypso round. This is a round which everybody knows by now. This is the round when each team has to improvise a calypso with the members of the team taking alternate lines. And assistance is provided by Dave Lee at the piano. And one team gives the subject to the other team. So we'll start with Tim and Bill singing the calypso. And Graham and Barry, will you give them the subject for their calypso, please?
Yes, it's the Alice Cooper Calypso.
I knew
The
it well.
Alice Cooper Calypso.
Keep it going for a few seconds. I met Alice Cooper the other day. She was in the family way. Don't be ridiculous. She is a he. Oh, in that case, Alice, get off of my knee.
Certainly. Right. Tim and Bill, their
Very
subject,
good
please.
boxer. Chinese restaurant. Chinese restaurant.
Chinese restaurant,
I had a Chinese meal the other day.
And I ordered noodle soup, and you know what they say. They don't. Not the rest of it.
It's an aphrodisiac. But then I found
I couldn't drink the soup till the noodles lay down.
Don't understand that one either.
He's got the dead noodle, you know.
Well, with that round, Tim and Bill leapt into the lead with 55, and Graham and Barry are hot on their heels with 57. Now we have the round called Ad Lib Poem. The teams are going to make up a poem. Each team member must keep going until I press the buzzer, which is that. And then a member of the opposing team must take over. This goes on until either the natural artistic conclusion is reached, in my judgment, or until none of us in the studio here can stand it any longer. The first line of your poem, and we're going to ask Graham Garden to start this one off. First round of your poem is, My love, she is a handsome lass, and Herbert is her name.
My love, she is a handsome lass, and Herbert is her name. She's not a lot to look at, but you must admit she's gay. She lives in Billericay, where she makes apple pies.
Tim?
There's not a lot of truth in this. In fact, it's a pack of lies. I'd rather tell you something else. Something else I'll tell. About this witch that lived in woods and used to cast a spell. It was a spell that did involve frogs, newts, toads, and cuddly pools. You probably heard tell of her. Her name is Cuddly Spruce. Cuddly Spruce is her name. I know, because I have heard that she's...
That wily Mrs. Scadrypools can change into a bird. Comes cockcrow in the morning light, she jumps up on a perch. And beady eyes from right to left. And she looks towards the church.
Towards the church she looks. This bird, whose name is Scadlypools. And if you've never seen her, then you must be right fools. Because most mornings, when the sun is in the sky, I know that Scadlypools, the bird, are flying round the church will go. It isn't getting very far, but at least it rhymes. And very soon, I'm hoping that there will come some times when we will not have to do this silly type of thing. In fact, I'd rather...
Hoping that the chairman's bell will ring. And in the meantime... Scadrypool. In the meantime, Scadrypool has gone off drinking sherbet. It's all a load of rubbish. Who said that? It's me, Herbert.
Well, a natural artistic conclusion was definitely reached there. At what point, I'm not absolutely certain. But we go on now to the point in the programme where the teams give their arrivals for the astronauts' ball. And you have plenty of time to think these up. So let's have them now. Let's have them now, please.
I think Larry and Graham want to...
Tim and Bill, will you start?
Mr. and Mrs. Starting at the right point. Mr. and Mrs. Chingpad and their son, Lorne Chingpad. Lorne
Green, yes.
Lorne Green.
Mr. and Mrs. have liftoff, and their diminutive son, we have liftoff.
Funny you should mention him, because following in closely after them is Mr. and Mrs. Seconds to Blast Off, and their Scottish son, Fife, Seconds to Blast Off. Not to mention Mr. and Mrs. Ma Module, and their son, Lou.
All the way from Africa, Mr. and Mrs. Control, and their Russian-born son, Misha Control.
Not to be at all confused with Mr. and Mrs. Control Houston and their effeminate son from France, Miss Jean Control Houston.
Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Zero and all their children, 10, 9, 8, 7.
And please give a good welcome, because they need it, to Mr. and Mrs. Eggs, and their son who's sat on 10 and broken them all.
And may we have your indulgence, please? Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Particle Orbit. And their daughter, Ellie Particle Orbit. Mr. and Mrs. Cohen and their Jewish and proud of it son, Nose Cohen.
Sympathy, if you will, for Mr. and Mrs. Down proceeding according to schedule, and their titled son, Countdown proceeding.
Mr. and Mrs. Ness and their daughter, who works in a Chinese restaurant, Waitress Ness.
Mr. and Mrs. Royd Belt and their daughter Esther Royd Belt.
Mr. and Mrs. Locke and their cousin from Germany, Hairlock. At this point...
Followed by racing in a nice collection of stars. I mean, we've had that one, haven't we? Mr. and Mrs. Dromedar and their daughter, Andromeda, and their pets, their great bear, and their dog Star.
At this point, Mr. and Mrs. Satellite and their cousin over here from America, Earl E. Bird Satellite. That should have been Mr. and Mrs. Bird Satellite, but never mind.
The score's absolutely dead heat. It's tremendously exciting.
In that case, limping in, Mr. and Mrs. Canals. You know the Canals? Mr. and Mrs. Canals and their daughter, Marsha Canals.
And that gives the lead this week to Tim and Bill, so it's congratulations to Graham and Barry. Back again next week. Goodbye.
Barry Cryer, Graham Garden, Bill Oddie and Tim Brooke Taylor were being given Silly Things to Do by Humphrey Littleton, with Dave Lee setting some of them to music. Production was by John Cassells.
present I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue, the antidote to panel games. At the piano is Colin Sell and your chairman is Humphrey Littleton.
Hello and welcome to I'm Sorry I Haven't a Clue. We welcome you to join us for a second week in the delightful spa town of Buxton. It was the Romans who first developed this area. It's recorded that they arrived in November 70 AD and discovered a warm spring. But the Roman calendar was always a bit odd. In the 18th century, the Duke of Devonshire decided to develop the town's natural hot springs as a spa and to turn Buxton into a sort of small bath, at which time he changed the town's name to B-Day. Nearby is the cavern known as the Robber Pool, named after a notorious highwayman who lived there. However, when additional troops were needed to protect the town from attack, he was pardoned after he rode non-stop to London on an unsaddled wild stallion. His reward was a small plot of land where he tended his 2 acres. Surrounding Buxton are the beautiful hills of the Derbyshire Peak District, where many rock climbers enjoy their sport. And indeed, Sir Edmund Hillary came here to prepare before going off to Everest to become a double glazing salesman. Other famous names associated with Buxton include Dave Lee Travis, better known to radio listeners as DLT, ever since he came second in the national Name That Sandwich competition. And, of course, our very own Tim Brooke-Taylor was born here. And was recently honoured by being given the keys of the city, Buxton having specially revived the post of official town caretaker. Although Buxton is set over 1,000 feet up in the Derbyshire Peak District, there's more to this part of the world than just peaks. Quite the opposite. As you learn when I say, let's meet the teams. On my left, Graham Garden and Barry Cryer. And on my right, Harry Hill and Tim Brooke-Taylor. And getting herself poised to score on the desk next to me, please welcome our lovely assistant, the delightful Samantha. We start with a round of words which have acquired new definitions. Many words change their meaning over time, and I'd like the teams to share with us some new definitions of existing words which they may have spotted recently. Barry, would you care to start, please?
Dildo. Pickle pastry.
Harry.
Telepathy. That's when you can't be bothered to turn over the TV.
Graham.
Splint, to run very fast with a broken leg.
Tim.
Merciful. Liverpool's flooded.
Okay, any old order now.
Portly, shaped like a harbour.
Mutate. An art gallery for cats. Mutate. Syllabub. To float like Cilla Black. When Liverpool's flooded, presumably.
Yeah.
Plebiscite. Web page for common people. Wench. A spanner belonging to Jonathan Ross. Suffragette. Package holiday flight. Raffia. The craft fair organised crime syndicate. Tadpole. A quarter Polish.
Grandee, the old lady between Grand C and Grand E.
Abacus, Swedish swear word.
Hogmanay, someone who may be considered to have too large a collection of a particular impressionist painter.
Okay, the teams are going to sing along now with some well-known discs in the round called Pick Up Song. Record researcher Samantha has been doing her regular stint down in the gramophone library, where she tells me that the two old archivists have been getting a little fractious of late. They've been at each other's throats about which of them will represent the archive in judging the BBC's most shapely legs competition. To quieten things down, Samantha had to keep them apart all morning. Since we're in an opera house this week, Samantha has chosen an appropriate selection of operatic arias and is now poised at the record desk, ready to give them a spin. You should sing along with the records teams until at my signal Samantha turns the volume down. If on the music's return you're within a cheesy quaver of the original, I'll be awarding points, and points mean prizes. Yay! What? This week's prize is just the thing to delight the domestic fowl enthusiast who likes his chickens to be woken with a touch of luxury. It's this lovely electric tease maid with built-in alarm cluck. Right, we'll start with you, Graham. I'd like you to accompany Jose Van Dam singing the Toreador song from Bizet's Carmen.
Toreador, Toreador, ils sont bien, oui, sont gens combattants, que l'œil noir te regarde, et que l'amour t'attend, Toreador, l'amour t'attend. Toreador en garde, Toreador, Toreador, ils sont bien mis, sont gens combattants, que l'œil noir te regarde, et que l'amour t'attend, Toreador, l'amour t'attend.
Amazing, 1,500 people and only, well, none of them got it right. You now, Harry, I'd like you to accompany Roberto Alagna singing La Donna è Mobile from Verdi's La Traviata.
E di pensiero sempre amabile, leggiadro visa, in pianto in riso, immenso nero, la donna immobile, calprima il vento, muta d'argento, e di pensiero, e di pensiero.
Tim, now, would you please accompany Victoria de Los Angeles singing the Habanero from Bizet's Carmen.
Et c'est bien qu'on l'appelle, c'est lui qu'on vient de refuser. Rien n'y fait, la souprière, l'un parle bien, l'autre se tait. Et c'est l'autre que je préfère, il n'a rien dit, mais il plaît. L'amour.
And finally, Barry, would you please accompany Luciano Pavarotti singing Nessun Dorma from Puccini's Turandot?
Tramontate stelle, all'alba vincerò, vincerò, vincerò. Fire null point.
OK, the teams are going to do a spot of acting for us now in the round called Sound Charades. This is based on the old TV favourite Give Us a Clue, where teams mime the titles of songs and books or films. In the original, the teams weren't allowed to speak, thereby causing gales of helpless laughter. In our version, the teams are allowed to speak. The master of the game for many years was Lionel Blair, whose skills became finely honed over the years. On one occasion, it took him but a matter of seconds to finish off Lucky Jim using only one hand. OK, Tim and Harry, you're to start, please, and your titles now being exhibited on the laser display screen. For listeners at home, here's the mystery voice.
The Long Good Friday. The Long Good Friday.
Off you go. It's 4 words, and it's a film. Is it anything else, Harry?
A DVD?
Probably.
Possibly a video.
Quite likely. And it goes like this. Cool. It's really dragging today, isn't it?
Never mind, day after tomorrow, it's Easter Sunday.
True.
It's a dead giveaway. It's Robinson Crusoe. It's the long, the short, and the egg. No, I think it's the Long Good Friday. So do I.
Yeah. Here's a further title going up on the laser display board for you, Graham and Barry. And here's the mystery voice for listeners at home.
Best in show. Best in show.
Right, it's film, and it's 3 words.
3 words.
It goes like this. Hamish!
Dougal, you'll have had your tea.
I know it was a matter of... Oh, good grief! Whatever are you doing?
I'm polishing this can of beans.
Oh, well, that's a relief. But...
See, I brought it out.
Oh, I couldn't see it under the kilt. But one... Wait a minute. Might one inquire why?
Well, I can't think it will have escaped your notice, old friend. This week it's the canned goods fair at Arbroath.
Oh, so you're putting your beans into the competition?
Aye. Oh, yes. William Hill has me tipped.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear it, but... I remember the sight of you last year with the rosette on your cocktail chipolatas.
What a proud moment. I had tears in my eyes.
Anybody would.
Yes.
Well, I just hope you win. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Tins. Beans.
I'm nowhere near this, are you?
No.
Cans of beans is and...
home in on the beans.
Can
or...
Tin.
Can't. Tin.
Tin.
The tin...
Cat on a hot tin.
No. There was a show on that...
the tin show.
I was going to.
Tin show.
Tin show.
What's he hoping to be?
What am
Champion.
What's my ambition, yes?
Not the worst.
Not the worst.
The best. Tin show best.
You've
is
got
not
it.
a very good film.
Rearrange those words into a well-known film.
title.
Oh,
I've got it, yes. Henry VIII. Or it might even be Best in Show.
Yes.
It's now time to play the game called Mornington Crescent. But first, following our appeal for more listener reaction, I see we've received over 700 letters this week, and they come from a Mrs. Trellis of North Wales. She writes in one, and in fact all the others, Dear David Dickinson, I can sum up why the BBC have your programme on TV every night in 3 words. Cheap as chips. Yours, etc., Mrs. Trellis. And there's a PS. I can tell by your face that stuff really does do exactly what it says on the tin. Right, as this is Harry's first ever game of Mornington Crescent, we'll be playing the special children's junior version. Teams, you may have to explain some of your moves to assist Harry, and audience, I hope you'll be helpful and encouraging. To make things extra easy, Waterloo Main Line is irreversible if approached on the diagonal during a lateral pass.
Actually, that almost makes it pointless playing, doesn't it?
Well...
no, it doesn't.
No, don't. We've got to be fair.
Well, yeah, there's fair and fair. I mean... But they have widened the tunnel.
Look, keep out of this, young un. No, I think... we'll play it anyway, see how it goes.
Yeah, but it's an overreaction. It's made it too basic.
Later, Harry.
All right, well, we'll see how we go anyway. Tim, you can start.
Kensington Park Gardens. I did that because it's a good one.
Oxford Circus. Trying to help.
Yeah, well...
No.
Don't get a thing about it, just deep breaths.
Hounslow West.
No. Well, dear. Well... No, bless him.
Graham, don't... You can take it back. You let him take it back.
Revoke
They
it.
widened the tunnel. Eamon Holmes did the opening
But don't be
ceremony.
clever.
No. We're not at home to Mrs. Cheeky.
Have another go, Harry, and...
Hounslow East.
That's all right. Be fair. Be fair. Be fair.
Encouraging.
No, well done.
That's very good.
Well done, very well done.
It wasn't approached on the diagonal.
Well, you can say that.
Oh,
It
no,
wasn't.
too
It
harsh.
just wasn't. Was not.
Let's talk about it later when he's gone.
Yeah. Give him a chance.
Yeah. No, I will take that, and I'll go Stockwell. There we are.
7 Sisters, I suppose. I did that. Well, it's obvious.
7 Sisters, Bond Street. In your lap.
Well, I'm actually very nervous about saying anything now.
It's
I'm
in
actually
the air and it's there for a long time.
close to tears.
Well, can you get him his little cat puppet? He'll cheer up then.
It's not a puppet. Don't spoil it for the band. Great Portland Street.
Very good.
Thank you.
Yes, very good.
You with your mocking.
Very good.
All right, yes. Oval.
Mornington Crescent. Thanks
Oh,
for Harry.
no, actually,
Thank you. That's very clever.
No, fair dues.
Well, I still say it wasn't approached on the diagonal.
Oh,
Never mind. We'll go on. The next game is called What's the Link? I'll present the teams with a series of names from various list-based trivia books which I have had thoroughly researched and shamelessly pillaged. The teams should try to guess what these people have in common. So, for example, if I were to list Gordon Brown, Charlotte Green, Lionel Blue and Cilla Black, the teams would immediately work out that they were all named after snooker balls. Okay, Harry, we'll start with you. Tell me what connects ears, eyebrows, noses, cheeks, tongues, lower lips and nipples.
That's The Bashful Person's Guide to Foreplay.
or Michael Jackson's litter bin.
Well, it says here they're the most frequently pierced body parts. Does that mean over and over again?
I'm frequently pierced.
You're always pierced.
Graham, now, can you tell us what links the following? Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, Gregory Peck, Aristotle, a loaf of bread, and the boat race.
This is rhyming slang, isn't it? Aristotle bottle, loaf of bread head, boat race face. Gregory Peck, rhyming slang for wreck. And the rhyming slang equivalent for Sir Arthur Conan Doyle is contraceptive coil. As in, my girlfriend's been fitted with a Sir Arthur. A very full answer there, I think you'll find.
Yes.
Well, you very nearly got them right. Gregory Peck, as you know, is a Czech. Aristotle is a bottle. That's a bit of a roundabout one. I'm not going into that. A loaf of bread is your head. The boat race is your face. And Sir Arthur Conan Doyle is a boil. As in, I've got a Sir Arthur on me book. Now then, Tim, what connects Boy Scouts, butchers, farmers, and syphilis?
These are all hazards of orienteering.
St. George is patron saint of all of them. Boy Scouts, butchers, farmers, and syphilis.
Patron saint of syphilis?
Well,
It's not the sort of saint I want.
Can you imagine Syphilis Day?
That's the correct answer.
How did St. George find out about Boy Scouts?
I think the pieces are falling into place now.
You're talking to me as if I compiled the bloody book. Barry, how about you? Can you please connect God, pudding, Charlie's, cheese, and beards?
This is the Reader's Digest version of the Old Testament. God, obviously. Pudding, manna from heaven, in its original form. Charlie's, Jezebel and subsequent temptresses. And beards, practically everybody. Reader's Digest version of the Old Testament.
You left out cheese.
Oh, no, yes.
No, but he had the pudding.
Charlie's, yes. Cheese was manna from heaven, and Charlie's were the temptresses in the Old Testament.
I'm here to tell you, as they say nowadays, that they're all examples of public school slang. God is a sixth form boy at Eton. Pudding is something very easy. Charlie's is Winchester slang for thick gloves made of twine. Cheese is a dandy. And beards is an exclamation of surprise at the Lees School. I'm just thinking, I was in the sixth form at Eton, and I seem to have missed out somewhere.
Were you a fag?
I was Lord Carrington's fag.
Good
and I
gracious.
told an interviewer on American television, coast to coast. And the late Liberace was on the phone before I got out of the studio. Here are some for anybody. What connects Marilyn Monroe, Saddam Hussein, Catherine Cookson, and Coco Chanel?
Well, it's not strictly a connection in all of them, because they've all got weapons of mass destruction, except Saddam Hussein.
No, they were all born out of wedlock.
Good Lord. Is that in Derbyshire?
What connects a goldfish, a weasel, a chicken, a Mars bar, and Barry Cryer?
They've all been battered in a Glasgow chip shop.
Well, the answer is all have been known to turn white. A goldfish will turn white if left in a darkened room. Some species of weasel turn white in winter. A chicken turns white when cooked. A Mars bar turns white if left out, as we all know, in the sun and then quickly frozen.
That's what I'm doing wrong.
And Barry Cryer had black hair when he started. What connects Jaws, Wombat, the Sniggerer, and Flop?
That's the last four leaders of the Conservative Party.
Yeah, that's right. No, I yielded to temptation. The answer is they're all childhood nicknames of members of the royal family. Prince Edward was Jaws, probably still is. Prince William was Prince William was Wombat, Prince Andrew was the Sniggerer, and Prince Philip was Flop. Whether it was the Queen who gave him that nickname, I don't know. Okay, finally, what connects the hen, the bear, the queen, the drum roll, the surprise, and the miracle?
These are all sexual positions. The hen and the bear are self-explanatory, really. The queen is the woman on top, but waving.
Go on.
Well, I thought it was. Well, the drum roll is one strictly for exhibitionists. Surprise, also known as the soap in the shower, and the miracle, I don't think we need expand upon, even if we could.
They're all symphonies by Haydn. And so, ladies and gentlemen, as the crocodile of time attacks the Australian of hope, and the primary school teacher of eternity tells them not to be so rude to tourists, I notice it's the end of the show. So from the team Samantha, myself and the fine folk of Buxton, it's goodbye.
Tim Brooke Taylor, Barry Cryer, Graham Garden and Harry Hill were being given silly things to do by Humphrey Littleton, with Colin Sell setting some of them to music. The programme consultant was Ian Pattinson and the producer was John Naismith.